Today is March 9th. I just had I'm doing another interview with Nancy. I know Nancy, I guess, 4, 5, 6 years. Anyway, the first time I really heard Nancy speak, I cried. Second time I heard Nancy speak, I cried. The third time I heard Nancy speak, I cried. I said, whoa! I have to have her a speaker, and what she does, Nancy, now, is every December she comes and give a talk on her illness, of what she had, and what she did overcome it. And why don't you just share some words about that?
Yeah. And my journey starts in actually we were always on a journey, but I became aware that I was on a journey in 1990. I was diagnosed with a chronic systemic autoimmune respiratory disease called sarcoidosis. It started in March, and I started having symptoms, and by the time I was diagnosed at the end of June, I'd gone from a size 12 to a size 6. My liver functioning was down, my respiratory capacity was reduced, my right eye was twitching, I had a low-grade fever, I had fatigue, joint pain. In short, I was dying, and I knew I was dying. Fortunately for me, I had some friends who were into alternative forms of healing, and I called them up in a panic. And they said to me, go see Vivian. And Vivian Newbold. She's an ER physician, but a few years before I met her, her husband had gotten liver cancer. And basically the doctors wrote him off, but she says, I'm not going to write him off. She'd grown up in Hong Kong, educated in Scotland, and she said, there must be a way. And she went on a journey and she found macrobiotics. And she came and changed her whole kitchen around. And when I went to her, she said something to me. And when I went to her, Vivian, I was in despair. I was depressed. I knew I was dying. And I knew if something didn't change, I was not long for this planet. And I went to Vivian, and she said something to me that is one of the most profound things I've ever heard, and felt the truth of it immediately. She said to me, Nancy, don't look at this illness as your enemy. Look at it as your teacher and your friend. What is it here to teach you? How is it here to befriend you? And that turned me around 180 because I felt intuitively that that was absolutely the truth. And the next thing she said, would you consider macrobiotics? And you got to remember, this is in 1990.
Yeah, I remember I started crying.
And this is in 1990. No one knew about raw kind of, some people knew about Big Gregory was doing this kind of fruity thing, but no one really knew. So basically, what I did was I said to Vivian, I'll do whatever it takes. And I came home, I told my husband the first Saturday in July, I was going to become a vegetarian, vegan. And I cleaned out my whole kitchen. Before that, I got rid of all the animal food, all the cheese, butter, eggs, meat, all of it. Got rid of all the processed foods, all the refined foods, all the white sugar products. Got rid of all that stuff. Cleaned out my whole kitchen because I knew if I didn't do that, that at a moment of weakness, I would go and indulge. And I brought in all the good foods that they recommended on the macrobiotic diet. And within 6 months, I was healed of my disease. And you think that would have been a lesson, but it wasn't, because I thought that meant I could go back to my old ways. Well, long story short, I ended up with the disease again, and I understood that there needed to be a lifestyle change, that this wasn't about just cleaning up for 6 months and then going back to my old ways. And by doing that, the doctor said in 1994, if he didn't know me and saw my x-ray, he never knew I had the disease. And I enjoy a level of health, fitness, energy, that is absolutely unbelievable. All I want to do was live, and I got so much more by just changing what I put in my life.
It's also your mindset, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the first thing that changes. Your mind, your body follows your
total
mind.
responsibility for your health.
I did. I actually said, you know, the doctor said to me when he said, your disease was your body turning on itself. I said, well, that's only fair because I turn on my body.
Right, right.
I was responsible.
You were a victim rather than charge.
Yeah, and then once I took responsibility, I said, yes, I created this, and you know what? I can uncreate it.
That's right.
And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, Nancy.
Thank you.